What's the purpose of college? Why are you, in fact, coming here? Hi, my name is Frank Wcislo. I am the Dean of the Ingram Commons, and I'm an Associate Professor of History and European Studies here at Vanderbilt. I want to welcome you to college, both to the book, Andrew Delbanco's College, What It Was, Is, and Ought to Be, as well as college, Vanderbilt style. Needless to say, the college that you're coming to today at Vanderbilt is a quite different place than those colleges of multiple centuries ago. Today, Vanderbilt is a research university. It's a place where undergraduates arrive into a community of almost 25,000 people. This university is engaged in the process of discovering new knowledge. What's the next big idea? If you think high school was hard and you were all wildly successful at it, it's going to be a very interesting, let's say, transition, to use a neutral word, an interesting transition from the classrooms that you were in to the classrooms that you will be in beginning next August and September. But education at Vanderbilt takes place not only inside the classroom, it takes place outside the classroom as well. And what you can see loosely here in the beginnings of summertime, it's nice and quiet and tranquil and lovely as I sit on the veranda of the Dean's residence here on the Commons. This is a lovely, lovely place. It's a lovely neighborhood and a lovely community, but it becomes vibrant and it becomes filled with action when you come and fill it. What you contribute to community begins here next year in the Commons. So as you read college, I want you to think about the purpose of your education. Why are you going to college? What do you hope to get out of college? But I also want you to think about, when you come to Vanderbilt, what of yourself are you going to give to your university? What are you going to contribute? How are you going to help other people learn about themselves, about each other, about their larger communities, about, dare I say it, their purpose in life? This past spring, 17 students from this year's freshman class participated in a Commons seminar entitled Teaching the Class of 2017 about the Commons Reading. One of the questions that came up in that seminar had to do with the back and forth between career and jobs, one reason to come to college, personal self-interest, and larger purpose or contribution to community or service to community or humanity, another reason to come to college. It was an interesting conversation because ultimately students found themselves not so much disagreeing with each other over these two quite different poles, but rather recognizing that you come to college plainly in the first interest to serve your own self-interest and that of your family. I'm a dad who's put 4 children through college. My twin daughters are going to be juniors in college elsewhere. I know what a huge investment it is for my family or for any family to actually go to college, and the hopes that you invest in that act. You look to see your family moving into the future through your children, and especially through your educated children. But I have to say that at the same time, while I want my kids to be successful and I want them to fulfill themselves and to have good jobs and great standing in community, I also recognize that their standing in community and their status in community, at least in my eyes, extends far beyond what they actually do, whether it's as a doctor or as a lawyer or as an engineer or as a communications person or as a professor, whatever it might be. Their standing in community has a lot more to do, ultimately, I think, with who they are and what they contribute, and in fact, how they serve. And so rather than being conflicting points of view, I think that jobs and greater purpose ultimately go together. I want a doctor who not only can cure me, but I want a doctor who can talk to me and make me a more self-confident person who can help me learn about myself. And by the way, I hope that you will also take some time to return to Commonplace and have a look at other YouTubes that my colleagues, your faculty heads of house, will be posting this summer here on Commonplace about the book. You'll find in the house that you will live in this next year one of this university's great professors. 10 of them live here on campus on the Commons. They come from the College of Arts and Science, from the Blair School of Music, from the medical school, from the divinity school, from Peabody College, and in every instance you will encounter people whose ideas are fascinating and who are simply great people. A first introduction to them is to check them out on YouTube. See what they have to say about the book and see what they have to say about college, because their insights, their mentoring, their ideas, getting to know them simply is something that will become, I hope, a key part of your experience here at the Commons this coming year. So check them out on Commonplace. We really look forward to seeing you here at the Martha Rivers Ingram Commons this coming August 16th, a mere 2.5 months from today. We eagerly await you, your parents, your families, and the beginning of another, what I hope will be and know will be, great academic year here at our university. Welcome to Vanderbilt.